Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, this is Dan Hafner here. Joining you today, it is Thursday, it's not July. It's January 10th, you goof. Yes, it's January 10th, and it is Thursday. And if you were wondering, no, there was not a show yesterday. And that is exactly what I'm going to talk about today. Today's topic is, so you just quit? As always, thank you all for joining. I apologize for missing yesterday, but we're going to get after it today, and it's going to be a great one. So we're going to talk about quitting today and this concept of quitting. It's only the second week of January. So how are you doing on your New Year's resolution? You know, are you sticking with it? Are things going well? Or have you quit already? You know, especially if you did some kind of fitness one. I bet you it's getting tough at this point. I get it. Like, it's tough for me to get out of bed every day and work out, and I didn't get up to this morning and work out, actually. Yesterday, I did kind of just like a 10-minute workout. Like, it's tough. I get it. And sometimes we can bite off more than we can chew, right? And I talked about this in previous episodes. We can get into this habit where we just want to do too much too soon, and that's a very, very easy way to quit. I've seen it happen to myself. I've seen it happen to other people over and over and over again. If you try to do too much too soon, you will quit. But what I'm going to talk about today, especially out of this escape book, is this concept of quitting. You got to know your why, and you got to know what your process is. You got to know the statistics, okay? The more you try at something, the more you will, the higher likelihood of your success, right? It's just simple math. If you just stop trying, you're never going to get what you want to get. If you just quit, you never have a chance. You know, like, I learned this my whole life growing up playing football. If you just stop playing, you have no chance to make the play. Like, especially when I played on defense. You know, we run a play and the running back breaks through and he's just running. He's off to the races. Well, if you just don't try to catch him, he's going to run for a touchdown. But you see so many times, if you watch a lot of football, you see so many times where these guys will chase somebody down and they'll catch him at the 1 or 2 yard line, right? Because they didn't quit. They gave themselves a chance to make a stop, to actually not give up on the play, right? They gave themselves a chance simply by not quitting. And that's what I want to talk a little bit more about today is, what can you do to give yourself a chance to just stop quitting? You know, if you just committed fully to something and you just said, I'm not going to stop no matter what gets in my way, no matter what obstacles come up, no matter how hard it gets, I'm just going to keep going and not quit. Like, I guarantee you'll find success. Like, you just will. So I want to read a passage here from page 106 of the Escape book. And he talks about this concept of math. He says, in all honesty, I'm always shocked by how we don't innately understand this concept. Assume you're about to try something where the odds are against you. I mean, the odds of you are succeeding are very small. When are your odds of success better? If you give it everything you've got and just try, or if you get discouraged and never try to begin with. You know, think about it. Even if you only have a 1% chance of success, showing up and trying means that you have a 1% chance of success. Might not be much, but it's something. Quitting or never even trying at all guarantees you 0% chance of success. Lesson learned. Just show up. Just show up no matter how you're feeling, no matter what's going on. We all have stuff going on every single day in our lives. No matter what's going on, no matter what you feel, no matter what you're thinking, no matter what the circumstances are, if you just show up and you give it your best effort, yeah, you might lose. You might not succeed. You might not get what you want. You have to have patience. But if you just show up and you put yourself in a position to succeed, you just might succeed. You know, I always like this. If you've seen some of the pictures on the internet with this guy, that these two guys are digging for gold, right? And there's this on the right side of the page, there's this big treasure trove of just limitless gold, all this gold. And there's two guys digging, right? And one guy, the guy on the top, is about halfway from where he started to the pot of, or the treasure trove of gold. But this guy's just working, right? He's just swinging, he's digging, he's going. And then on the bottom, there is another guy that has dug all the way from where the same guy started, and he literally got within inches of where he was about to find the gold and strike gold. He got within several feet. Right? There's actually a book out there, 3 feet from gold. You know, it's so easy to quit on things when you're so close. You never even know how close you are to succeeding. You know, and all the different things that I've been trying to do for like a year. Like, I don't know. I could be a month away from succeeding in just making a complete difference in my life. I don't know. I might be a year away. I might be 5 years away. But I'll never know if I quit. Right? And that's the same with this guy. If he quit and he turned around and he gave up and he didn't give himself a chance. Now, the guy up there at the top that's only halfway through, yeah, he's probably, you know, a ways away from succeeding and actually finding that trove of gold. But he's going to get there because you can tell that guy's determined. He's not going to give up until he actually gets that. So my question for you today as we wrap up is to actually, it's more of a challenge. Why? Think of a situation in which you've quit, whether it was recently or before, or just something that you were doing that you actually quit at. Like, go back in time to this. It might be recently, it might be today. I don't know. Think of something or some time when you actually quit, and think about why. Why did you quit? Is it because you didn't have a deep enough why? You didn't know exactly what you were doing? Is it because things got too hard? Did you quit and realize that you were closer to success than you thought? Think about this, because there's valuable lessons to be learned, and whatever the reason you find as to why you quit, you'll find, excuse the pun, you'll find gold in that reason. You really, really will. You know, I can go back and think of times when I've quit at things, and I realize now, looking back, that I'm more of a person that bites off more than I can chew, right? Like, I'm a person, I know that I will quit on things when they get too hard after too long. Like, I'm just not as patient of a person as I want to be. And that's something that I'm working on. Something that I'm working on is streamlining what I'm doing all of this stuff in order not to put too much stress on myself for the important things in life, right? But I'm also not quitting on things that I truly believe in what I want to do and how I want to achieve it and what I want to build. Like, I just will not quit. I refuse. I don't care how many people listen to this show. I don't care how many people like my Facebook page. I don't care what the results are. It will get better. It will improve. And the reason is because I just won't quit. I'm not going to stop. I'm committed to it. I'm doing it, and I'm not giving up on it. So my challenge for you, think of a time when you quit on something and think about why. Find a reason why you quit, and what can you do to make sure whatever you're doing now, you won't quit. Learn that lesson and apply it, and you'll be better for it. So that's going to wrap up today's show. As always, thank you all for joining. Really, really appreciate you guys. Again, sorry I missed yesterday, but we're going to get back on track for the rest of the week. Facebook Lives for the weekend. It's going to be awesome. So as always, stay tuned for those. As always, thank you all for joining. Dan Hafner signing off the Run Your Day podcast here. Make it a great rest of your day.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.